Welcome into episode number 151 of The Voice Behind the Voice. I'm Sean Aronson, the TV and radio broadcaster for the St. Paul Saints, an independent minor league baseball team in the Twin Cities. I'm going to tell you why I love working for the St. Paul Saints. Okay, this conversation happened yesterday, so Sunday, the 17th of March, coming to you on the 18th of March as I record this. And this conversation happened between my general manager and myself. He calls me yesterday. He's been out of town for the last week, family spring break with his kids and his wife. And he's someone that, look, he never takes a vacation. So we were all happy that he had a chance to go out, get away. But he calls me yesterday. Okay, now let me rewind a year ago on this day as I record this, the day after the brackets are released. And it became the infamous $10,000 tweet that we sent out. If a 16 seed beats a 1 seed, we will give out $10,000 to one lucky winner. And all of us thought, no chance it's going to happen. It never happened before. And it happened. And the tweet blew up. We got a ton of publicity for it. Well worth the $10,000. And I was the one that came up with the idea. Again, a year ago I talked about this, but we have new listeners all the time. So yesterday I get a call, and I've been thinking about in my mind, what can we do? Do we just want to do the $10,000 tweet again? And I've been thinking about, look, the Final Four is in our backyard here. Let's buy a couple of tickets, and we'll give away, airfare, hotel, and 2 tickets to the semifinal and final game of the Final Four. Makes sense? It's here. But I kind of wanted to give those tickets away, whether a 16 beat a 1. So anyway, long story short, or trying to get it shorter, Derek Scher, our GM, calls me up yesterday and he says, want to talk to you about the NCAA tournament. I was like, all right. And he says, I'd be fine giving away $50,000. Now, it didn't cause problems last year that we gave out $10,000. We physically paid out the $10,000. We did not get it insured. But it's kind of been the running gag for the last year is, I gave away $10,000. It was my idea. But what happened a year ago had such an impact that my general manager called me and said, you know what? I'm willing to put $50,000 on the line. Now, here's the caveat. This year, we're getting a lot smarter and actually getting it insured. And so I said to him, look, that's great. Let's do it. And I said, but what I'd also like to do is give away 2 tickets to the Final Four. We can buy them, and airfare, hotel. We work with a number of hotel companies around here. Let's do that and give that away no matter what. If a 16 doesn't beat a 1, at least people will want to be a part of this. Not that they won't for $50,000, but they'll also want to be a part of it because they can actually win tickets to the Final Four. So, look, I don't think there's another minor league team out there a year after giving away $10,000 that they would up the ante 5 times the amount. But that's what we're doing. So you can go to Twitter at STPaulSaints, retweet it, and you must follow us. Last year we weren't smart enough to say that, but this year you have to retweet and follow that tweet, and you'll be eligible to win the $50,000 if any 16 beats a 1, and no matter what, you'll have the opportunity. One lucky person will win trip for 2 to the Final Four. So there you go. With that said, it's episode number 151 with Gary Gerould of the Sacramento Kings. Every once in a while, you sit down with somebody who has been in this business for an extended period of time, someone that has had the opportunity to do multiple different events and sports. And Gary Gerould is one of those guys, a guy that's been with the Sacramento Kings for quite a while, a guy that is very well known in the auto racing world, drag racing and Indy Car, stock car. We talk about all of that, and he takes you into what it's like to be on pit row. And then we talk about a very humorous story when he first got started, small town kind of news guy, and having to chase down a story of a bull that got loose from the state fair and was running down the highway, and how he had to go chase after that and tell that story. It's quite humorous, and we did this over at the hotel where the NBA teams stay at. But just a phenomenal guy, a genuinely nice guy. If you have not subscribed to the podcast, you can do so on iTunes or wherever you get your podcasts. You can also follow us on social media, on Twitter, at The Voice BTV. That Twitter account is not giving away $50,000, but, you can try to link me up with what the St. Paul Saints are doing. Facebook, facebook.com/The Voice BTV. And you can always email me, thevoicebtv@gmail.com. All right, let's get to it. Episode number 151 with Gary Gerould of the Sacramento Kings. JW, you giving any money for this Final Four thing? Maybe. Roll the open.
I hear one time that there's a problem near the fairgrounds, and there are a couple of Brahma bulls that were loose, and one of them was out on Highway 99 challenging traffic. And so I ended up doing a little play-by-play from the news cruiser about traffic trying to elude this Brahma bull and the rodeo hands trying to corral this Brahma bull. And it was fairly comical, and it was fun, and it's something that I fondly remember. But, those are the great things about when you're earning your spurs and trying to develop a career. You run into these strange incidents, and that happened to be one of them.